a good one here between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got Green. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Herbert. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Green brings it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A nice little juke. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make...
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll go again to Jones. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And they put it up. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he's got room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The Browns had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine. Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Carr going to go on 4th down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 33.
But they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage.
Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Derrick Henry. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd and 12, Carr setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. Second and 20. Here's Carr to throw. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He gets this to Davante Adams, and they're able to work this across midfield to the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Up the middle, Jones. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From midfield, here's Carr. Flush to his right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. And complete to Zach Ertz.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Gordon's going to be stopped short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
On 4th down, Herbert. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Are things looking much rosier for them here in week 2? They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. The handoff running left, Henry. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
112 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And he stopped immediately there. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started.
They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
They'll roll him out right toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This time they stay on the ground, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Michael Dixon in punt formation.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And complete, right side to Cook. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the first down on 3rd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Play action. It's Herbert. And the reception made by Green. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A give to Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Flushed out right. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play. And they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
Running left, it's Henry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Hurts over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
First down carry for Henry. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A toss left, Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
144 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it. But what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On 2nd down, Gordon once more.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Justin Herbert, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right because this team thought they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game 1, they took care of business with it in game 2.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From the 6.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty.
And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr. had the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Herbert. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now Gordon on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Jets, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.